Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're over here in Weapon Fighting Simulator, and right now I am auto fighting, and I'm at an area that I did not see myself being able to have access to. Now, before I explain my reasonings, be sure to smash the like button on this video, comment down below your personal status if you play this game, and also subscribe to the channel right now if you guys are new watching for the very first time. This game is called Weapon Fighting Simulator. It can be found in my description box. You click that link, you go ahead and check the game out for yourself. It's very similar to Anime Fighting Simulator, and it's also very similar to like Pet Simulator X and stuff like that as far as a concept goes. Now, to explain myself, the game here is a very addicting but also a very expensive game when it comes down to like currencies and unlocking different zones and different areas in the game. So this area that I'm at is called Hades Labyrinth, and this is the second to last area in the game during the making of this video. And I honestly did not see myself making it here because to get here it cost a certain amount of spirit stones, and as you guys can see, I have 1.93 trillion right now because I've been grinding my butt off. Now the game itself, they give you plenty of spirit stones, but when it comes down to the Kui, this currency here that I have 1.2 million in, you don't get enough of this. And when they are asking you to use this currency, most likely this currency is used for you to upgrade your rank and stuff like that. So my next rank is going to come at 2 million, and I literally just made 1.2 million in roughly, I want to say, 3 days of grinding the game, just purely grinding the game. Like, I'm not earning enough for that currency. I don't know about you guys, but I don't earn enough. Some people say, hey, you need to, go in your achievements and check things out, see what you don't have and what's going on with your achievements, because I'm earning such and such, and I've made it here, I've made it there, I ranked up to this, I ranked up to that. And I'm just like not understanding, like, why are you guys earning so much and I'm earning nothing? So over here you can see over time I've only earned 13 million. How is that possible? The game is literally robbing me. Spirit Sterns, I earned 3.5 trillion. So that's, that's semi-accurate right there. We opened up almost 4,000 stones. We discovered 76 weapons, and it's showing right now currently world that I discovered, basically worlds that I discovered, are only up to 12. And actually I'm at world 13, I believe. Anyway, so yeah, this is Hades Labyrinth here. And in this area, ladies and gentlemen, there is a second merchant here. There is this boss over here at the Lord area, excuse me, that costs 1.5 trillion in spirit stones. And then you have the final area, which is called the Crystal Forest, which is going to cost me 2.6 trillion. So to do the math, I'm going to need spirit stones to hatch this capsule here. I'm going to need spirit stones to unlock the portal there. And then going through that portal, I'm going to need the spirit stones again to hatch the brand new egg over there. And then we're also going to have to unlock this area. This is what I mean by being so expensive to grind. But the game itself, it's very, very addicting. Just seeing the powers and the abilities that your spells are delivering, the awesomeness of the swords equipped and everything like that, it makes it makes up for the expensive parts of the game. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can only focus on my abilities and everything like that. Look at the blast, the beams, the arrays of light and everything like that. It's just really, really cool. Now, auto fighting. Remember, you guys have the ability to change the settings of the auto fighting. If you click on this little gear here you can target different targets. So if you want it to be randomized, you can select that. If you wanted to only target the chest to gain, Kui, and to only farm Kui, that's what you're going to select. You have the megas, and then you have the Lord. Um, I don't know what the Lord is, but I guess it's like the biggest boss in the area, considering the fact that megas are pretty much the biggest. But either way, these are your options. You don't have to, leave it on the randomize. You can change it around whenever you want. And then over here, don't forget to claim your bags. So whatever you're picking up basically over here doing auto fighting, make sure you're claiming it, because if you don't claim it, it's either going to sit there or it's probably going to disappear. So now we're at 2 trillion right there. And as you saw, look at the little amount of queen that I'm making. That's crazy. I'm not making nothing, bro. And I'm not having any boosters or anything on. It's just I'm not making enough. Even with a friend here in server. Speaking of that friend, huge shout outs to Chop. Chop gave me he gave me an OP weapon that I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I actually have it equipped. And basically the last 3 to 4 days that I've been grinding the game, I've been having to pay to win. Yes, using Jade in the game. Jade is another currency that they just recently introduced in the game. So when you go over to trade, if you look at the bottom, you have this green circular thing down here that is Jade. Now, the only way that you are able to actually get yourself Jade is by buying some with Robux, or someone can give you some through trade. So what I did was I needed stronger weapons. In this game, trading is based off of your overall progression. So if you're at like world 3 and I'm at world 13, I cannot trade you my swords that are coming from world 13. I can only trade you the swords between worlds 1, 2, or 3, because that's your overall progress. I'm way beyond that. You know what I mean? And basically they want players to still actually play the game instead of just taking the easy way, taking the easy way out. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't argue with it or anything like that. I actually think it's pretty cool. But there is a loophole behind all of this, trading situation. So as I explained, if you are unable to get a sword from my progression, what you can do is actually give me a sword from your progression, and I can level it up as high as I could possibly level it up. Meaning you could take a default starter sword and level it up to a world 13, world 14 statistical sword. And that's insanely OP. That is the greatest loophole I have ever heard of. So throughout these days, I've been, leveling up swords. Drake Craft helped me out. If you guys remember that first video, I talked about him leveling up my swords pretty insanely. And then we had Demon Desire, who gave me a bunch of shiny legendaries. And then we had Chop, who came in with this big eternal drop, and I had to spend Jade, of course, to get it, because it was the eternal. Eternals are extremely hard weapons to get in the game, secondary to getting a mythical in the game. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting swords leveled up. These areas are getting tougher and tougher. What do? I buy some jade. Jade can be used to buy, Robux items at the same price. So if you have 99 jade and there happens to be something that costs like 99 Robux in the game, instead of using Robux, you can use the jade currency. And also you could just trade it to other players who are selling pets for jade, because everyone's trying to look to get, some more game passes. Those people are particularly looking for like the lucky game pass, the really, really good ones that cost like 2,000. So in order for them to get their hands on that, they're going to have to stack up a lot of jade. And those top tier players, some of those that are on the leaderboard or some that just basically know life the game and are really good at it, they tend to sell these OP swords. So take a look at my team now. Here's the Eternal that I was telling you guys about. The Infinite Tower. This was my first strongest thing. Everything else that I had equipped was like around 10 million. So I had this tie-in board from the last few videos. Today I just had some brand new legendaries over here. We have the Phoenix Brush. I leveled up my Thunderbolt, which is the free sword that you guys get for becoming a VIP member in the game. So I leveled this all the way up something crazy. Now the official stats is 112 damage. Literally 112 damage. This is a mythical Thunderbolt VIP sword. Now, if you sell it, you're not going to get anything for it. If you accidentally delete it, there is a chance that they're going to give you back the sword, but they're not going to keep doing it. They already did it 2 times for the people that lost their swords accidentally by deleting or trading it to someone else. So yeah, I leveled up my Thunderbolt pretty insanely. And then we got some other things in here as well. So we have the legendary turtle shell here, 10.6 mil. We have the cherry tree branch here. And then we have the trifing. Now I'm going to explain this trifing, and we finally, Terry, if you're watching, finally got it. After you left, I got the Thor hammer. Look how much damage it does. 73 million, bro. Crazy. So yeah, I bought this jade, using jade, excuse me, the infinite tower. I gave him about like 70 something. So I don't know if I scammed him or he scammed me. Either way, the transaction went down. We both were satisfied because he got jade, I got a stronger weapon, and we never talked about it after that. So now let's talk about the trifing. This sword here is a legendary. This is a sword that does not exist in the eggs, but it only exists in the free spin the wheel. Now, you guys, the longer you stay in the game, the more opportunities you have at spinning the daily spin wheel. So if you click on the wheel over here, you can see they have all these options down here, and they have timers on them. And then over here in the fine print, it says premium users get ×2 wheel reward. So just imagine this right here, this many spins you can get, but if you're on a Roblox premium membership, you're going to get twice that many. So that's pretty insane. So if you think of like 4 free spins, you're going to get 8 because you're on premium. You're getting twice the amount. Now, the interesting thing about this is when you guys are looking at the spin the wheel, when you go to like the first 2 over here, it's not really worth anything. This first particular 2 spins in the game, they're free. They're not going to really give you anything, but they do start to increase the longer you guys stay in the game. So now if we go down to the last option over here, you can see things are different. 64 billion in spirit stones. The Thor hammer, 3%. You have this rainbow eternal weapon here. This is, I think, the strongest weapon in the game, if not one of the strongest. And then of course you have like an insane luck here. You got some chest stuff here, and then you have Kui. But the thing about the weapons on the spin the wheel is they get better depending on your overall progress. So let's say you land on the trifing, right? And you're brand new to the game, you land on the trifing. Depending on your status here, this is at 5%, by the way, over here. Depending on your status of the world that you made it to, that's what this stat is going to be. So I was told this, and I wasn't really paying it no attention, because I kept getting the trifing, and the first few times I got it, it was at 300K. And then I made it to Skylands and I got it again and I ended up getting it at 14 million. And I'm just like blown away. Like, what? The first few times it was only 300K. Like, how is that possible? So then Chop tells me, as you start to progress through the game, make it to different worlds and everything like that, the weapons on the wheel, they actually get stronger. So once I made it to Hades and I got the Thor hammer, 73 million damage on it. And it just doesn't stop there. We also got some very decent spells now equipped on our team. So we have the Tornado of Doom here. 89 million. It's a legendary spell. We have over here the Acid Meteors. Another legendary spell. 103 million on the damage. And then, of course, we have over here another legendary spell. Void Kicks. 138 million. Currently the strongest spells that I have equipped. Now we also have this shield over here, so it absorbs 1.8 million damage, but it only lasts for 6 seconds. Now the only reason why I didn't swap this out is because we need that little defense. Even though it's only for 6 seconds, we still need it because the bosses can actually, really fold you in like 2 seconds. So just imagine being able to hold off every once in a while with that shield being enabled. Then down here we only got one new passive, and that is this one here, the Void Control. So this one is increasing my spell damage by 56%. It's an epic passive. Then we have the Spellcaster here, increases my spell damage by 30%. This is a legendary versus this one as an epic. Now, I'm assuming here, I wasn't officially told this, I'm just assuming that these actually stack. So you take this 56%, you take this 30%, that's giving you 86% of an increase for your spell damage. I literally think that's how it works, but if I'm wrong, then I should probably switch up my passives. We have the Artifacts of Valor here. This one is increasing my weapon damage by 14%. And then we have this Electric Shield, which gives me max HP of 740k. And down here we have the Expert Quiz. So if you thought that your ranks was going to stop at advanced, you have a whole nother thing coming. So we have Expert here. And some of these powers are literally, I said powers, well, you know what I mean. Some of these spells that are for these expert ranks are really, really OP, and they're stacked high in the billions. So if you take a look at this guy over here, the Earth Explosion legendary spell, 13.5 billion. So those pro players that are destroying the game right now is literally using spells such as this one here. And I can't wait to have one of these. I already discovered some of these, but the only thing about discovering these is that you actually have to be the rank to equip them to your team. So we have the Earth Splitter. This is 77.6 mil on the damage. It's a common. Then we have over here the Earth Escape, which is a passive. Reduces your damage taken from dungeon boss. Then we got Advanced Lightning over here. So we discovered this one, the Meteor Tumble, 51 million damage. Then we discovered this one here, the Light Beam, 404 million on the damage. And then the best one over here is the legendary 16.8 billion. It's called the Heavy Slash. Enemies take 5% increased damage for 15 seconds. It's an increase of damage for 15 seconds. That's insane. Over here we have Shadow Body, reduces damage taken from defense mode boss by 6%. I'll show you guys the defense mode. And then we have Dark Doom, 14 billion on its damage. It's a legendary, increases your move speed by 10%, and it lasts for 5 seconds. Movement speed, that's just allowing you guys to move faster whenever you're, running around in a circle trying to avoid getting attacked by a boss. And of course, we have the Advanced Void Masteries. This is what we discovered so far. So we have a Soul Pull. This is a common. And then that's the only one we discovered over here. We also have Teleportation. This one here, it says it reduces damage taken from the Infinite Tower boss by 4%. I don't know why it's called Teleportation because you can't physically teleport with it. It's just a passive. But either way, moving along here, we have the multicast. This is a legendary passive. Increases your spell damage by 24%. So I need this one here. And then we have the Aura Blast, which is an epic. 3.45 billion. Increases your weapon damage by 10%, and it lasts for 10 seconds. So yeah, those are all the things here. And now we're going to go ahead and stop auto fighting and collect things. Oh, we picked up 3 keys, 13k in Qui, almost 300 billion in Spirit Stones, and then we picked up 2 spells. So there it is. We got the Earth Splitter. It's leveling up. Just like that. And we got ourselves some keys. So we're going to go over here and take a look. So now we have 17 keys. We got a luck boost. We got an XP boost. And we also have a spar. I don't know what this is. I think you're supposed to use it on a weapon or something. But yeah, I picked up one of these. And we also have 25 scrolls. So let me stop auto fighting. Go ahead and collect that. So now, let's take a look at the merchant. So look at this. Look at this stuff the merchant has. Now the merchant, as you guys see down here, it has a timer. So it'll show up, it'll be there for as long as it can. You can go there and buy stuff. And it's not like Pet Simulator X where people come over here, they buy it and it's maxed out and it's literally maxed out for everyone. No, people can just buy, and boom, you just buy it and you just leave. So to to get a better understanding of that, put yourself in a situation. You're here in the game and you're in the same area. Let's say you walk over there and you buy this stuff. When I walk over there, it's not going to be, oh, it's sold out, you can't buy it. You know, it's going to be you bought the amount that you can buy, and now the next person is going to be able to buy the same exact amount because everybody is only able to buy these things one time. There's no spam buying it. So you buy it one time and it will read sold out for you. And then I come over here and I can buy it and it's not reading sold out until I actually successfully sell it out. So here is some of the expert spells and also weapons here. So just in case you were wondering like what some of these are, you can actually click on them. So this is the teleportation. Then you have this weapon here, the Hades axe, 33 million. And then you have this one over here, the Banshee smash, 1.29 billion on the damage. But look at how much they cost because these are, high ranking spells and weapons. 2.3 million, 10 million for this weapon. 10 million, that's insane. And then this one over here for 2.3 million. Now we can also visit the other merchant as well in Infinite Mountain. So over here they added a spell library, and that's where you guys will be using your scrolls. So it says to choose an advanced Qui plus spell to roll, you're going to go ahead and pick one here if you have one. and basically you select it there, and then you have the opportunity to, I guess, roll another one, or maybe like re-roll it and switch it out for something else that you haven't yet discovered. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but there is a question mark up here that is supposed to be explaining it. So it says spell roll requires mystery scrolls and only advanced Qui Plus spells can be rolled. After a while, you can get a spell buff. Spell buffs will provide more XP and carry a spell effect except for passive spells. Spell buffs can be traded. Still don't really understand it, but if you want to use it, you definitely need the amount of scrolls that is required. Now, you can get scrolls from the chest when you guys are taking out bosses. All right, so now let's take a look at this merchant. Let's see what he has. All right, so there's a legendary weapon in here, in which that weapon you guys are very, very familiar with because Demon Desire gave me a bunch of these, but they're not really worth anything anymore. Ceremonial Scepters, 94.8k. Now, I can buy this and just level them up, but they're not really worth anything. Then we have over here the Ice Rain, 3.72 mil on the damage. I have this already, and it's been slightly leveled up a little bit, as you guys can see by the progression bar right here. And then we have this, I think this is Quick Slash. Yeah, this is Quick Slash. 51.3 million. I was previously using this. I had this equipped, so that's the reason why it's on level 6 right now. But I don't have no more use of that power anymore since discovering the Tornado of Doom and then the acid meteors and stuff like that. All right, so now let's show you guys what else they added in the game. If we go over to the Banshee Snowfield, they have over here to the right basically like a little time trial situation. When you guys come over here, this is the defense mode that you guys will be starting up. You can start this up for free randomly whenever you want. And basically, what the defense mode is, you're going to have enemies coming out and you have to protect whatever's in the middle. So over here will be a giant crystal, and you have to defend that crystal by defeating the enemies that are going to be coming out of the areas. So you're going to have enemies coming from here. Then you're going to have enemies coming from this entrance way that you just came in through. You're going to have enemies coming from over here where you can see this big like opening right here. They're going to be coming from there, and then they're going to be coming from this opening that is behind the player statue. So yeah, you have 4 areas to look at. Now, during the first couple of rounds of defense mode, they're not going to be coming out of, all 4 ways. There's going to be 2 areas that's basically you're going to have to you're going to have to monitor and pay close attention to. Now, as you guys know, when it comes down to defense mode, you have all these different types of beings that come out. You have the slow ones, you have the fast ones, the really strong ones, the weaker ones, and then you have the, ultimate boss. Whenever you complete like 5, like 5 stages or whatever. So yeah, that's defense mode, and with defense mode, you can earn silver basically. So as you guys can see over here, you have the ability to, collect silver, and silver can be used at the silver merchant shop over at the Demon Abyss area. So let me go over there and show you guys, and then we'll end off this video. So over here, you have this infinite tower, and basically you can earn, you can earn Qui, you can earn stones and stuff like that, but this is more of a just, testing your abilities of, how many waves you can handle. And, every few seasons, a winner is selected here. So, You know, if you're a leaderboard prospect and everything like that, you successfully beat the entire tower, you're going to get one of these titles here, depending on how many titles you actually tallied up. And then over here, you have your 2 chests that you can come over and claim because of your overall player progression. You can get yourselves some silver. All right, someone's looking for a sword, or maybe they want me to level up a sword. I don't think I can trade them any. Oh, okay. I can trade this guy something. All right, cool. And you can see here in the fine print, you can only trade weapons before Hades Labyrinth. So anything that I'm hatching that's currently in the millions, he can't have access to. So he canceled it. Okay, perfectly fine. Then this one over here, pretty much the same thing. So you can see the season is going to end in 4 days, and I've only made it to floor 109 because, well, when you go up in the tower, everything starts to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Over here, you have the blacksmith, and then over here, you have the silver merchant, where you guys can use your silver currency here to buy these different spars. These are supposed to be used for your weapons, by the way. You can instantly buy boost in here as well. And sometimes, you know, you're going to come to a screen like this where basically if you didn't make it up to this floor, you don't have access to the next grouping of boost. So you can buy as much as you can from 0 to floor 100, you know. But once you get down here, if it's not unlocked for you, then, well, you're going to have to reach that floor. You can also buy weapons here. So as you guys can see, I can actually buy the Phoenix brush, but we managed to hatch 2 of them just by AFK hatching and stuff like that. But over here, they only sell the legendary weapons for each and every area. So the next one here is called Dragon Ashes, and that can be found at the Crystal Forest. And then over here, you have Tower Buffs. Tower buffs just basically allows you to re-roll your special abilities, your spells, and your passives that you guys will be picking up along the way. All right. So that is everything that is new and added to the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Be sure to smash the like button on it. And of course, subscribe to the channel right now if you guys are new. Comment down below your personal status if you play the game. And also, if you need a weapon leveled up, let me know. I can try to do my very best with what I have in my inventory. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.